So it's gonna be a problem because we're in the same room.
We are live.
Yes.
We are live on the internet, and we are about to watch the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the first season, first of many millions. I'm Frank. I'm not at all joined in studio by James and Katie. Hi, Katie. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
Uh-oh, we got a loop. Yeah, so are you guys excited about this episode? One of us should probably mute our mics.
I am very excited.
I'm going to mute when I'm not talking.
There you go. And well, we didn't really put any thought into this, and we're going to put no thought into the show itself. We're just watching it, and you get to watch us watch the show. It's very meta. Yeah, I think we've had a good season so far, to be honest. I know that a lot of people have been mixed about the show in general. A lot of people gave up on it early. I never had a bad feeling about it. Like, there's never been an episode that I really didn't like a lot. Like, there's been ones that I haven't liked as much as others, but I've liked the show overall. And I really liked it since the big reveal after Winter Soldier. Now you say.
I definitely agree. I was the biggest naysayer of the show.
Really?
Yeah, but then finally, Winter Soldier came out, and we were watching it. In the middle of the Soldier, I said, S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be cool now. It's not just random sense.
Yeah, it definitely, there is a reason for everything that happened before, which is pretty damn cool. I'm excited. I hope, honestly, I don't want to see any characters die. I like all the characters we have, including the bad guys. I'm gonna weep. Unless it's
I didn't even think about that.
Brown.
You think someone's gonna die?
I think it's possible. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fitz and
I don't know.
die, definitely.
I don't want Ward to die, but I still want him to be a bad guy.
I agree. Yeah, I want him to stay a bad guy, but I don't want him to die. I think before the show gets started and we start talking, one of you, because you two are in the same room together, one of you should probably just completely mute your mic.
Yeah, Katie, do you want to use mine or should you use yours?
I'm already muted.
Oh yeah,
that's
good. You just have to swap so we can see Katie's face every once in a while when you talk.
Perfect.
Yeah. In fact, just leave it on Katie's face. Let's admit it, James. We're not pretty people.
Oh.
She's up.
Yeah, there we go. All right, it's almost starting. Yeah.
Previously on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's starting.
John Garrett, if you're going to work with the S.H.I.E.L.D. for hunting, you can't ever get attached.
I love that look.
Oh, they're gonna end his story, you think?
Gonna.
Sorry about the security red tape, intellectual property, blah, 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 you'll get used to it. So basically, I've been here since day one. Started with an online computer to take some, and now look at it. We've got 20 active systems growing fast. I was going to ask about the construction next door. Yeah, well, thank you. I have another 100 systems by the end of this month. That's Sally. Hey, Sally. So, what, are you just really into this sort of thing? Where is it? The incentives program? Yeah. I want to turn that down. Anyway, so every operator is in charge of one unit. You will receive an email 24 hours before it goes online. Now, some are volunteers, but some are here for the same reason. Where's the difference? This is good for you to learn on your first day. These guys? We don't like these guys. These guys? Yes, sir. We have been inside. Okay, people. Let him have it. You're sure he's a little light in here? Yeah. productive by getting a haircut. If it isn't the cavalry.
Oh yeah.
Bring the house down. Time to go. Our men are sort of dubbed out, but it looks like Wilson and the others got away. Do you want? Doesn't matter. What does it look like? Give me a nail, big one.
Fixing the ship.
Thanks.
Because he took all of our miracle drugs. He made it so every military grassroots demonstration. I promised them indestructible super soldiers, not disposable ones.
Hydrant means we don't have for volunteers. And if we run out, our incentives program should have deliverance.
Getting some ideas down. I can't keep everything in my head. To be honest with you, Tom.
You're scary.
I'm alive for the first time next to you. Some hits along the way. We did it. We did it. Believe it. This is everything we want to.
Yes.
Our lives were not always a means to that end. Thank God. Here we are. Not like we're truly right? Don't get me wrong. Go where you go. Having our soldiers in key positions is great, but we live and play in a little bit of project. It's become bigger than I am. What? To repair me. It's time for you to decide where it is you want. I'll see that you get it too, son.
Chargers want to give us access to the system we wanted. Our secret weapon. We now have eyes on the operation. Home from here.
We need more paths to be here.
What is it?
It's in this track across the ocean. It's in New Mexico.
They managed to zap the plane?
It appears so. They're not answering. We can't think about that right now. They can capture. Either way, they risked everything to put a tracker on that plane for us. Now we know exactly where Garrett is, and Scott can see what he's doing. If Fitz and Simmons are still alive, you can risk our only shot at finding them.
I hope you brought your scuba gear. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Just hanging out.
Did they do it in there? I think they did it. They did it.
These pods are built to be compatible with offshore aircraft, sunrise spacecraft, and impact the atmospheric adaptation systems that compensate slowly sag, increasing density of the walls. I'll measure the rate of water rolls on the glass. With the mass, well, it's 90 feet down. You can't see the surface.
I don't need explanation. It's comic book.
Well, it just be sure.
And then would be the middle of the ocean with the ends, no flotation, no reports. While they spent an option with the wireless signals of the EKG, with the old stress comparable remembering that it's a ship frequency and no one's listening. That's not the problem. The problem is that there aren't many supplies left here, so I wouldn't come to
What do you say?
Commercial.
All right. So that was pretty cool.
one point,
Um,
mass produced. So you got it. What matters is
I'm glad they're alive. I didn't think they were seriously going to die, but
No.
yeah, I'm glad that they are alive. So the question is, you think Ward planned that vertical drop of the box so they had a chance of surviving?
I like Ward,
There's really only one way for him to push it.
but I don't. He's not very. Even evil Ward doesn't strike me as the smartest tool in this shit.
Right. I think it's possible. I stick with what I said last time, that this was the best thing he could have done for them.
Exactly.
But I don't think he had any plans that there was a good chance they would survive.
Right.
Although that might be what they're building towards. I'm really curious about this whole incentive thing that Cybertech keeps mentioning. So this new person, the recruit, and I love the way Whedon's do this. The evil, the business evil.
Yes.
You know, like being part of middle management at an evil organization. I love that. For some reason, that's a trope that has not worn out yet. Even it's relatively new. Yeah, and they keep mentioning this thing called the incentive program, that no one ever passes up the incentive program, and if they don't have any volunteers, the incentive program will give them more.
I don't know. But I definitely think we might see the evil corporation being more of a big bad center figure next season.
Yeah, it's possible. I think we're going to see some... I think we might end up this episode seeing some legitimacy behind the evil organization, or at least the people in the evil organization. And that's a major thing for me, as you know, James. I really do have a problem with villains that don't have good motivations. They're evil just for the sake of evil. I hate that. It's so bad. So knowing that some of these people, like Mike Peterson is a great example, have a very legitimate reason for doing the horrible things that they do, is cool.
I'm gonna say everybody kind of seems in so far the villains in S.H.I.E.L.D. seem like they have a very legitimate reason for what they're doing. You know, even if it's Quinn is just for power and greed, and Raina is to find out something about herself, but even vague, those are still very interesting reasons for why they've chosen the sides they have.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't wait to learn more about Raina.
Yeah, you like flowers? I love her name.
I didn't used to, but now I think I like the way her actress acts.
Yeah, she's really good.
I've been a fan ever since her and Coulson had her sit down, and I really liked the episode where she appeared too. It was really good.
All right. So when you're watching a season finale, what do you eat and drink?
We just had burgers.
Good choice.
Turkey burgers though, with mushrooms.
That's awesome. I have root beer and jelly beans.
I'm gonna get a glass of Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's our first brand of the evening. Coca-Cola, you owe.
I'm here to make money.
You owe 5 cents per can she drinks.
I think once we hit the middle of the episode, I'll go for ice cream.
Nice. Good choice.
I really hope that Fitz and Simmons make out at least on the bottom of the ocean before they think they're gonna die.
I think we're coming back.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
We only get one shot at this, so let's go over the plan one more time to make sure we're clear on exactly what we're doing, okay? Chip and I will crest the ridge, use a noisemaker to grab a 3-wheel, maybe something with more fireworks, and open a window for you two. You crawl in, grab the dealer, force his hand, he'll get us a race in the hole, and then Bob's your uncle.
Roger that.
makes it sound easy.
Bob's your uncle mean.
Left out with the hinges on the candle. The big one.
The backup isn't coming. It's just the 4 of us. The outmanned and outgunned. Fury always said, a man can accomplish anything when he realizes he's a part of something bigger. A team of people who share that conviction can change the world. So what do you say? You ready to change the world?
No. ready to kick some ass.
She's so cool.
I'm saying just talk to him. He says everything's fine, but he's not acting. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't like it.
Captivating, isn't it?
First time I saw it, it reminded me of a lava lamp. Of course, that was before I could see through it.
Quinn's expecting the Gravitonium's payment. When he's done, I think it would be wise to let him have it.
Don't be coy. I know you have plans for this stuff. I understand it now. I can see its soul. I can see yours too.
Where it's concerned, you're going mad.
The drug didn't just strengthen my body. It gave me clarity of mind. It gave me a vision of the world that's waiting beneath the surface of this world. You don't think that's mad, do you? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You always have.
I have no allegiance to Hydra, Centipede, Cybertech. You. I was only ever interested in
Evolution. You know we're prehistoric creatures oozing out of the swamps through the mist, clawing our way onto land so we can finally stand.
Is she a mutant?
Fly.
I was saddened to learn you were clairvoyant. I had a question I didn't get to ask, but now...
The truth is written on the back of my eyes. So, go ahead, flowers. Ask.
What will I become? Are you scared?
Yeah. I'm hungry too.
Me too. Scared, not hungry. What do you think it's like?
Death. Well, depends on the method. Dread is supposed to be quite pleasant at the end, apparently, once the war fills up.
I mean after.
No, say that. You shouldn't be afraid because it's just like the way life was before you was born. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Sweet. Though apparently I was miserable before I was born. Upside down, with a little corner wrapped around my head.
Yeah, what's your name?
I like to think about the first law of thermodynamics. There's no energy in the universe that's created before it's destroyed. That means that every bit of energy is left, every particle, you want to be a part of it. Maybe live as a dragonfish, microbe, maybe burn in a supernova 10 billion years from now. And every part of us now is counterparts in one thing. A moon, a storm, a mammoth, a monkey. Thousands and thousands of different things. And we're just as terrified to die as we are. We give them new life. Good one, I hope. It's fitting that Adam is benefits. This is where all life began on our planet. Just outside that glass. The glass. Fix the glass. Fix the glass.
It's bulletproof pressure
But the
resistant.
seal is for hydroxyphonenol 2
I know what you're thinking, but the flash point is too high for it to burn.
But medical ethanol has a low flash point and it burns.
What if you use a defibrillator as an ignition source?
And build a complex explosive.
So it might be fuel and the outside pressure will blow the window away. Really hurts my heart.
Oh.
Now we know that. Where do we start?
Finally, welcome to our cybernetic subset. We designed and manufactured it with this install our most advanced system. Ladies and gentlemen, this prototype can replace with one 10 times stronger, fully networked to the soldier's biometrics and to his optimal targeting system.
If you want me to open up Uncle Sam's checkbook, I'm going to need this document.
Specifics. Specifically, I'd like to build dozens of shows, increase the scale of our surgery wing, to join our special ops unit. Navy SEALs, Secret Service. No, John. You know the world's a dangerous place now. What we're offering you is security. All right, what do we want? There's a three-wheel over there. Here comes up. Next bit of fireworks. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty nice to hear.
Why did it park directly under the...
What? Did you see that punch? He just jujitsu'd him.
He's same training as Ward.
What's this next one?
Where?
Nice work, guys. The window's open.
Practice drills. Compound security with nothing more. Tell us what the hell is going on out there, or you can kiss a government contract goodbye. Gentlemen, please, I beg.
Go make it, Flint. You're not a Rottweiler. You don't need their scraps.
Who the hell is this? This is our strategy consultant, John here. I want full disclosure right now, or our boys will come in and shut you down. Why do I hear gunfire?
You hear the dying breath of an old grocer.
It's coming. I tasted it on my tongue. This is your strategy consultant. He's part-time.
New strategy. You give us everything we want.
You threaten a United States general and there are consequences.
Oh, you feel powerful now, don't you? But you're all just slaves who will serve our future.
Listen, you crazy son of a bitch.
Perhaps a small demonstration. Yes. Oh, yes. A demonstration.
I've seen the future. I've glimpsed it through the eyes of every creature, dead, living, or yet to be. This is the beginning.
Beginning of what?
Oh. Green?
Yeah.
I think it's red. Oh.
So he pulled out...
Ah.
Did he pull out his rib and stab
Yes,
him
he
in the
did.
brain with it? Oh, good. Good that happened.
Yep. Fitz and Simmons were making me all teary-eyed.
Yeah,
The way he was
yeah.
looking at her.
Man, he's shipping them so hard. I hope a ship comes to help them ship.
What about blah, 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 what was I gonna say? Oh,
I like Trip and his endless bag of World War II special effects.
I hope
like,
he.
It's funny.
I like Trip's shtick. It's making him
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope that Trip becomes like the new Howling Commando. Or I bet the Howling Commando with Trip introduced is probably someone we could see in Peggy Carter series.
Yeah, it's
Because
possible.
it's around the right time, and if it's playing as a prequel to S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that would be
That
cool.
would be really cool if his great grandfather was in the other show.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be.
that's
You know what's interesting? When they first revealed that Trip's great-grandfather was a Howling Commando, people on the internet, specifically on wiki pages, said who it was. I believe it was Gabe Jones.
mm-hmm.
And then afterward, people removed it because I assumed they're like, wait, why does he have to be the only black Howling Commando in normal continuity? So they changed it. But we technically don't know who his great grandfather is. They haven't said his name yet.
Right, but we know he's one of the Howling Commandos, so the Howling
Right.
Commandos could be
It
people
could-
we see
in Agent Carter.
That's
more
really,
of
or
in
a
Agent
really,
Carter.
really backdoor pilot.
What? Oh, I don't know if it's even that far. So one thing that Agent Coulson, who is Greg Clark,
Clark
Yeah.
Gregg?
Clark Gregg,
Damn it.
it's because his Twitter has the name switched.
Yeah, it's. Either way, it's great.
It's two
Yeah,
first
well, what were
names.
you saying?
He was asked to describe the episode in 3 words for an interview with Entertainment Weekly, and it's "Payback's a bitch." So you can take that as you will.
Huh.
But we already know what's his face is gonna die.
Assumably Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton is
Well, we really don't know. I presume that he will. I don't think they could get Bill Paxton for 2 seasons. Plus, his villainy seems to be reaching a fountainhead. You know, it's like it's
Yes.
it's gonna.
Well, when you rip out someone's rib and stab him with it.
Yeah. I don't know what else he could do with it to keep the rating the same. That doesn't mean he can't be used elsewhere, but we don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really. Oh God. Oh, it's back.
Oh!
Not going anywhere.
Oh.
You can steal it. What the hell did you say?
I listened.
He's psychotic. Now is that? I just had to lock up 6 government officials. Butcher, secretary, completely lost it.
Wrong, there's no wrong. And if he's connected,
They'll tell you you're following. This talk with evolution.
I agree. But in this case, you should. For the first time, you believe the same thing, and so do I.
What are you talking about? I need him. Get his head on straight.
Stop. Stop. All you ever wanted. Evolution, he says. She'll be an important part. We'll get her forever. The world. And when it does, she could be yours.
Oh, you really are crazy. This guy detests me. She thinks I'm a monster.
Are you? Is that your true nature?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or is that
All right, maybe.
We know about Sky's parents, about the darkness that lies inside her. I believe in her true nature.
Whoa.
When that day comes, maybe you two could be monsters together.
Oh,
I love her.
I ship that a little.
Wait, him and Raina or Monster Sky and Monster him?
Raina. I love Raina. They're all monsters.
No.
Really? Ow? For that? Out of everything that's happened in this episode?
Terrorist act.
You don't have to my point.
You're not going to be able to hijack our soldiers. We've thought through every emergency scenario, including this one.
Don't tell me you just switched the soldiers to dangerous, correct? Yeah.
I did. And how did you know about that? Talk to the guys. Stay.
Oh, neat.
Now that we're inside, go contact reinforcements. Noise on the way out. Check the rest of the stomach. Place the burn.
No. This This music's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Your handler. Tell me what the soldiers say. Yeah.
John, just to catch up.
You sound different on the phone.
You curious why I'm calling from your soldier control center?
No, I'm not too concerned. See, if anyone with this idea,
Ah, darn it. Nothing to do with that. You outsmarted us again.
Bill's around? Great. We actually have a lot to talk about. Oh, what did you do? Your scientist friends? They were brave until their last breath.
Wow.
Brayden told me how special Sky is. I know you've seen that from the start. You want orders? Got her. Thank you. He's always been a tenderheart. You don't need to be sent to default. You haven't left me alone all day. I was told to never leave your side, sir. I love you too.
All right, anytime. Has to be on the
I should have
Okay. You're not pressed out. How about
The window will blow in. I want to wash them.
yeah, we're just gonna get a country punches to the stomach. Okay. The wind's gonna be an ultralight.
I mean, more than that, 100 feet down.
You're empty, but I've rigged it to let out a burst of very high pressure. She forces
They have to kiss before they do this.
Okay, hold on, Tunnel. Should be enough to get you up the 90 or so.
More breath for this two of us.
You have to do that. That's why you're taking it. Your best from anyway.
No. No, I'm not leaving you here. That's ridiculous. We need a new blood.
Not discussing it, okay? You're taking it. End of story.
It's also got a broken arm.
Well, I feel the same way. There has to be another way. Why would you make me do this? You're my best friend in the world.
Okay,
I can't find the courage to tell you.
Notice you're still watching.
Let me show you.
I don't want them to kiss like this.
It's okay.
They're kissing! That's not what we wanted, though.
My screen's too fuzzy for you to cry. Oh god, stop screaming. Don't breathe in all the water. Oh. He can hold his breath for a really long time, right?
Drowning.
They're okay, they made it.
He's not really swimming.
Wah!
Yeah!
That's not even that's not even Nick Fury, that's Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson!
Samuel L. Jackson is like, hell no, I'm not gonna let them die. I don't give a I'm showing up.
I'm shipping this.
Jackson, you're not allowed on the set with a helicopter. Nope.
He was on site filming that day. He punched out the guy driving the helicopter, inserted himself into scene.
Yep, I firmly believe that.
Oh, that was really good.
Really touching.
I'm really Warp's driving me nuts, man. That he's so desperate for orders. I mean, I guess it makes sense because really all the time he was with the team, all of that was just an order. So has he ever really not been following orders since he's been rescued, which is a long time?
So if Garrett
I don't know.
tells him
Kind of
be
pathetic.
a good person and be the Ward everybody thought you were, will he suddenly, like, is that like asking a genie for a wish to be normal? Like, what happens
He
there?
doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, I
He's
think that's
just a
it.
soldier.
He doesn't have, he doesn't. The last person he remembers is the screwed up kid who
Which is
hated his
actually
family and tried to kill his brother.
because he was such a young kid when he started taking orders and becoming a good soldier.
Yeah.
It's only actually the way he can be redeemed because it's not he's one way or the other. He has no identity right now.
Right. I feel like that is a very interesting solution. I've seen that in something else where you don't. Oh wait, that was a Doctor Who story, wasn't it? There was a robot that the Daleks made who thought he made the Daleks in World War II. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's that robot scientist who thought he was a robot, and who thought, and they had to tell him, like, all right, pretend to be human. That's not how it worked. Yeah, that'll work. Whatever. Sure.
Well, tell Garrett to pretend to be human.
Yeah, Garrett has to tell Grant to pretend to be a normal human being, and then we're good.
Nah, I kind of hope we see Ward kind of flounder around for a while.
Yeah, I'm not being serious. I like what's going on with him. I think he's messed up and clearly messed up. Very interesting. I just can't get over the scene with Fitz and Simmons. It's very nice. Everybody, you wanted them to kiss. They were kissing. It was a kiss goodbye. Oh, man.
Wasn't the right type of kiss.
The thing that kills me is they didn't even need a big intro for Samuel L. Jackson's show up. Because we would have wooed if he walked in a door. And that was awesome.
But that was like 10 times better, right? We gotta switch cameras to Katie every once in a while. Because she's like...
I haven't.
Nah, who cares?
You can't see it. It only happens on the broadcast.
Oh.
So, but whatever I'm thinking is recorded.
Camera sharing these golden... Oh, she's right there. She's a little thumbnail.
I make mine so I can always look at Frank.
Oh.
Wow.
I know.
I hate you. Ah!
Samuel Jackson!
Hey, those recovery pods. Oh, wait. Just decompression. That makes sense.
It was the other way around. How did you find us?
That makeshift beacon of yours. The beacon led us right to you. Lucky we were looking.
You were looking?
My man Colson. I understand you're involved in a bad deal, so I want to weigh in. You have anything you might lead me to?
Looks like the back entrance to the factory floor is on its own. I have to hit smoothly on this. Every minute we keep that away.
Before talking, there's nothing to tell. There's no way of telling the soldiers. There's no way of controlling the soldiers in the ship.
I'm more interested in more interested in why you're willing to die for Hydra.
Two.
Are you a true believer? Hydra. Fucking Hydra. Or are you here because of the She's
not gonna kill you. She's not gonna kill you. She had a chance to kill me before. She hates me. A lot.
so sorry for you. Betraying the only people who gave her a chance of being attention. Fitz was a hero because he's too honest to get a chance. Some people are just born evil, I guess.
Yeah. I learned things about you, Scott. History. You want to know. You're right.
You're not the evil of the people. You're just doing anything.
Yeah.
He woke up a weakness inside me. For the first time in a while, I thought myself. Maybe I'll just take what I want. Make up something that's happening.
I'm not afraid of you, Lord. No. I have a weapon much better. Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because you slept with her. She's right.
That is the best. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Damn.
Yes. Saw him.
Looks to me like
I could watch her kick ass for hours.
How did they not see it?
What? Oh, Jesus.
Huh?
Just like Samuel Jackson.
it's a great pain to make sure you didn't die the first time.
I'd like to have a lengthy conversation with you about that. Get out.
Right now, kill Garrett. You say? That's a pretty
All right, now he's just the Samuel L. Jackson fairy.
Comic books are awesome.
It was powered by drama and tension.
Yeah, he's superhuman. Sorry. Oh, I hope May cuts up his arm.
Oh man. Garrett gets not Garrett, Ward gets robotics, that'd be cool.
Tell the man what the hell
Well, when was the last time anyone saw a tag team match before that guy?
Huh?
This guy. Oh, Flowers all on his fellas. Bill, I'm surprised you tried.
Are his gums bleeding?
Gotta see the big picture.
Yeah, I think so.
What's frozen over?
Coulson did punch him in the face.
He did get shot in the chest 6
You didn't tell me he'd gone this
times right now. Okay, they have shown power tools like 20 times. Yes. Yes! Punching the Adam's apple. Aww.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The incentive program's sad.
Remember that speech used to give us, Nick? How one man can accomplish anything once he realizes that there's something bigger? Well, now I am a part of something bigger. It's not Alan. A great listener. You tell me this thing you took because you made a bad thing because you misheard my damn one man speech. I knew what you got it right.
I'm clear.
Okay, you give me a message.
Earlier, I wanted to say that I hope Hulk showed up, and I swear to God.
I've already told you there's an already told you there's no way to find out here.
I don't need to. I've been communicating with him the whole time.
It was teaching me something you didn't want to hear, John. Because you only think about yourself.
You only think about yourself.
Yeah!
I order you to stand down. You must obey me. You don't want to do this, Mike.
Mr. Peterson's free to do whatever he wants.
Think he learned his lesson.
We learned something.
You know.
Wait, did he kill him?
I don't know.
I thought he just stepped on his hand.
By the way, it probably hurt. Frank! Thoughts?
Yeah. So, interesting. That's pretty cool. I don't have much to say yet. I'm glad there's 15 minutes left because I need more.
You need more.
Yeah.
So you figured out the incentive program?
Yeah. Okay. So the incentive program, I had a feeling that we have justification for a lot of the villainy in this show so far, but we don't have justification. I don't even remember if I said this out loud earlier for all the mooks, everyone else. I mean, we could assume that each one of them has their own story, but it's nice to see that there's a reason why there are countless middlemen working in Hydra or Cybertech or whatever. And I figured the incentive program would have had something to do with family members who were sick and dying or something, getting healed, or in this case, just being held hostage. So, interesting. I'll be honest, I'm not... The Ward May fight was cool. I'm not super happy with the
building that was the convenient section of the building under construction for them to fight in.
Yeah, there's a lot of drywall for them to be throwing around, throwing each other through. Also, to be honest, I don't know. Nick Fury's second miraculous show up, not nearly as cool as the first.
How did he get there?
Yeah.
Here's a big BFG, you know? It's like, all right, I guess, sure, thanks.
I don't know. It was funny it was fun in the context of like a comic book thingy, but it wasn't. I don't know. I feel like there was drama and tension between Garrett and Coulson, and having Fury there just kind of. I mean, they kind of turned it into a joke between the.
Yeah,
the two of them.
I think it may have been a mistake to make this climax a joke.
Yeah.
And so that last part didn't feel like it. There were funny jokes.
Oh, that's so going to come back.
Oh no.
No, that's a kid.
But hopefully they didn't kill him there, so there'll be time to question him and stuff like that, and then the drama will play out there.
Right. I mean, I like it. I like the joke of, don't tell me this is all because you misheard my one-man speech. It was funny, but like, it's a balancing act between gags and drama.
Yeah, it's not that the gags were bad. It was just that I was really riding high from a bunch of drama between them and the stuff going on in the opposite of it was, you know, the drama between May and Ward, the rescuing of the families. It just, I don't know, it felt all out of place. But it was fun.
What's interesting about this review we're doing that's live is that I have a feeling I'm going to back off of a lot of these thoughts because this is the first time we've ever done it as it was going on, and plenty of times I've watched the show and been like, meh, oh, I don't like that. But then I'm like, oh, I totally like that. That was amazing. It paid off, and like we have a good chunk left, so who knows what will end up happening.
But the most important chunk.
Last couple of minutes.
They're all about the last few minutes.
True.
You can't miss the last few minutes on this week's Agents of Non-Pro. Oh, I mean Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No?
That's right. No.
Yep. Oh no,
I guess he died.
he's very dead.
Once doctors remove their cybernetic eyes, they'll be essentially back to normal. I, of course. You get a chance to express all your feelings. He's still breathing? She kept some of it to herself.
He's having trouble speaking. I think I fractured his larynx.
Oh, good. Your attempt to cross off Fitz and Simmons failed. The Fitz may never be the same again. So I'm going to invent new ways to ruin the rest of your life. And we'll do whatever's necessary to get hydrate intel from you. But your torture, it's going to be internal.
And a little bit extra.
Sure. Some of that. But you devoted your entire life to a deranged narcissist who never gave a damn about anyone. But now he's dead. You've got the rest of your life to wrestle with the question, who are you without him?
Nobody!
Yay, Mike!
I might tear up with this.
Now he's a monster, and he gets to have his kid back. Oh, yeah.
Coulson said to bring you in.
You can access my number and watch my every move. Go ahead. I'll only be making amends for my actions.
Whatever you did. You did it right.
What I do now, that'll be for him too.
Is there still a bomb in your head? Checked out.
There we go. It's like, there's no way he dies like that.
Wait, did they just leave his body there?
What?
We saw them carry him off in a box. Right?
Thought so. No, we saw them put the top on the box.
Didn't be in here.
He let him out just to do that. That just happened. What?
Very stupid. Why bring me back in the first place? Clearly, I didn't think it was the best idea. I warned you about people losing their minds.
Agent May was on top of the situation. She's fine. Aren't you? It was a break glass in case of an emergency situation.
Yes, but that emergency was supposed to be the fall of an Avenger.
Exactly.
Aww.
I'm damn glad I did.
Shut up, Katie.
He's the best.
You strong foundation. You watch me go. Not afraid to cut off faces. Shield is found you. Found you.
Protection.
One. Sometimes you take one man, other cell, other times, and it's planted, and they from another unit. So you need to tell me. But belief that drives us all is one way, or all men, but they want to say. inside you. Lives inside you. Before it's one of my shield philosophy. Guys like you. Now, you'll be. What is it? Toolbox. Help to build it back up.
You want me to start over? Rebuild shield. From scratch. Take your time. And do it right.
We'll still have his back. Of course. There's no one else.
Thank you. How should I proceed?
It's up to you. Director.
And you, sir? Where are you heading now?
Trading in you. 2 solid feet on the ground. Last time you seen me.
Nowhere to be found.
You know me better. I'll be here.
Fits in a wheelchair. No.
You had that Fitz region.
Is he okay? Please don't eat him. He's alive.
That's fine.
What is this place?
First thing I found in the box was these coordinates. Another secret base.
They call it the playground. Although it doesn't exist. It being a secret base.
Frank called that shit.
Eric?
Billy. Koenig, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although I totally understand the confusion. Eric.
He's his brother.
Wait, exactly. But it's great to have company, finally. And I did not mind finding this place.
Agent Coulson.
I know, and it's I'll get your lanyard shortly. The rest of you lanyards will be handed out on a case-by-case basis. And be careful at the moment. Hydra threats still out there causing trouble. That's why we're here. Kept running, back fighting the good fight, which is going to be cool. I know we don't have much. What we have is yours, sir.
Thank you.
So, where would you like to start?
We're really not going to see Fitz?
More ending.
There's more endings.
I know you thought you'd never see me again. I found your daughter.
Oh, there's still more ending?
All right.
So it's going to be the big thing next season?
Yep, wait! Guardians of the Galaxy!
Oh, well, let's watch it.
I am. Just good thing AJ.
Yeah.
Kathy? how it stopped.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was that. All right.
All right.
So that stuff with Garrett at the end was stupid.
Yeah, it made no sense. They took his body away. They took his body away. Why was he lying on the floor in that room?
It was like a post-credits silly thing that they put in there.
Yeah.
In the middle of the show.
That is totally what that is. That was something that was definitely filmed with an intent for the post-credits, and for some reason made it into the not... Like, I don't know if I would have liked it with the post-credits, but in the post-credits either, but at least in the post-credits I've been like, oh, that was,
amusing.
Funny post-credit sequence, haha, Bill Paxton,
yeah,
yada yada. But
yeah, I don't understand. Mostly it's because I don't understand why he would have access to that machine to set up that joke, right?
He wouldn't have access to machine to set up that joke. I was kind of disappointed that we found out he was dead to begin with. I feel like there was a bunch of stuff to play out there. Obviously, I was already upset with the ending battle in the third part with Fury and Coulson ended up being a little too tongue-in-cheek and really kind of downplaying the drama they had there.
Yeah. They defeated their enemy by being more powerful than their enemy.
Right.
That was really it.
But not by being better than their enemy. Yeah, and I'll be honest, if he had access to that machine, it's only because Coulson left him there to do that, and then that's a little sick.
There's still a final minute to the show, right?
That's right.
Is there? I agree. I feel like if it was just to torture him, it seems like.
TD Bank.
We got the TD Bank thing. What's this? Oh.
Oh, what is it?
Yay! Consequences!
Coulson really is gonna go mad.
I'm very surprised that they added so many more mysteries to the end of the season. Like, what if they had gotten picked up? That would have been really.
Well, I'm gonna say that's why that was a post-credit sequence. It's kind of easy to tell. Okay, so Patton Oswalt probably was not originally planned to come back, but his character was incredibly well received. So.
And we all almost exactly predicted how he would come back.
Yep.
It's really weird. Because we kind of were just joking, but it makes a lot of sense in a really stupid way. I'm okay with it. As goofy as it is, I'm okay with it.
I bet you they filmed 2 things. One where Fitz comes back at the end, one where Fitz doesn't. You'll notice that they didn't leave anything open-ended with Ward. And that was the post-credit sequence. So say they didn't get picked up, the post-credit sequence was that thing that just got shoved into the episode. It's him shooting Garrett. They get picked up.
Right, it's possible.
That,
I'd like to get confirmation on that. That's interesting.
Because they knew their finale. Their finale's the post deadline for advertisers, for pickups. So they would know, unlike other shows. They would know if they were or were not picked up, so they could make that decision last minute like that.
Right. All right. So here's my likes and dislikes. I love the Fitz and Simmons thing. The whole thing was great. I liked Fury appearing. The whole thing was great. May and Ward was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It was fun. I even like Ward's sadness and the fact that they didn't let him say anything. I kind of enjoy that because I don't think there's much he could have said. If he had said something that was too villainy, people wouldn't have been satisfied, and if I wouldn't have been. And if they said something too you don't know what I had to go through, I wouldn't have been satisfied either. So not giving him the ability to say something was cool. And he has to figure out who he is. And it's very, very cool. Fury's extended return, I didn't like it. Him handing S.H.I.E.L.D. over to Coulson seemed really shady, especially because clearly there is something crazy in the juice that was in his blood. But Sky's parents thing, that creeped me out. The dripping blood or ichor or whatever. That's cool. What do you think?
Additional things I liked. I liked Sky in this episode. She got to be really badass. I liked her with Cyberdyne or whatever. I really liked Reyna and Quinn. I thought
Cyberdyne is Terminator.
So I'm sorry.
No, okay.
Hey, they're making robots. It's
probably a nod.
Yeah, I really liked that. I liked that she kind of got to be a bit of a badass. I liked how Mike Peterson ended. I thought that was good. And I don't think he's ended. I think we'll see more of him still. I think he will be out there doing good, and he will guest star again. I didn't mind Fury returning, handing over S.H.I.E.L.D. to Coulson. I think that's cool, and I think it makes sense for a direction for the show in the future.
Yeah.
It's important to have that because that's what the show didn't have at the beginning of last season, and they couldn't do that at the beginning of this season. They couldn't do that again. So,
right.
I like you. I did not like the extended stay in the sense of their banter because the other three things going on in that trio of 3 scene cuts. We had Mayhem Ward fighting. We had Sky doing all this badass stuff and saving people, and then it didn't make sense because what Sky was doing was clever and smart. It wasn't necessarily more powerful. It was clever and smart.
Right. That was one of the few times our heroes actually did something where you're like, oh, I'm glad you're winning because you're outsmarting the villain.
Right. When Sky, when May and Ward are fighting, they're very evenly matched.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on. But with Garrett being so powerful and all that great stuff going on, and then all of a sudden it's just like, here's a gun, turn the tables, blah 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 blah.
Right.
It was as much as I enjoyed their tongue-in-cheek banter. I thought it was well written. I just think it was misplaced.
I really think Garrett was wasted in this finale.
This ending, no, he was completely wasted. And they should have cut out that post-credits sequence. If they got picked up, that's something that they can put on the box set, release online tomorrow. That everybody would have got a chuckle out of, and it would have been fine not being directly in the continuity. It would have been better.
And I just really feel like, I mean, I suppose the actual post-credit we got kind of reframes Garrett in that maybe he isn't, I mean, he's clearly a villain and he's crazy and what have you, but he's also a little bit right about the translating the alien language of the gods or whatever he said. I mean, obviously there's some major repercussions that are coming, but it's hard. They didn't really. They did not do the balance well. Oh man, I'm so disappointed.
It's the problem. The problem was Bill Paxton's character didn't get a chance to show that he was right. We didn't get a chance to see him be. We didn't get a chance to be like, maybe he is right. We saw it through Coulson mirroring him at the end. We saw it through Reyna talking to Ward, but never him.
Yeah, I do think and I did like the banter. I think it was the banter. I think that stupid little cutscene. They laughed at him while they were beating him. They laughed at him when he had his villain grandstand moment, and then when he resurrected, they laughed at him and killed him.
They were bullies.
At no point. Well, beyond that, I'm not even saying it's not fair for Garrett. That's getting a little meta. That's he was it's not fair for Bill Paxton, but Clark Gregg and Samuel L. Jackson were picking on Bill Paxton. That's all. But I'm talking in universe, in the fiction, we don't see anything to suggest that this character is something we should be worried about or be afraid of. So when it came to the end, when it wrapped, it's sort of like, all right, well, if we don't fear the villain, then the stakes are really low.
And my thing is, I did fear Bill Paxton. Like I did in all the previous episodes. Not Grant. I thought Garrett was really scary and really powerful and outsmarting our heroes and always one step ahead, and that was great. And in this episode, they just threw it all out the window. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as Sky's virus worked, that was it. They effectively were going to win.
Yeah.
And that happens in the first thing in the episode. I was very disappointed how that came down, which is a shame because overall I think the episode was fun and good. I'll be honest, it wasn't a great season finale. I think they left a lot of things hanging. But you know what? Screw that. Let's concentrate on the good parts. I'm very interested to see more about Sky and Raina. And Garrett, I hope Ward is still a big part of the story. Maybe not like first episode, but I hope he comes back at some point and becomes significant. Simmons is really interesting.
I'd kind of be excited to see Ward in a little bit of, and when watching Hannibal, but like a little bit of a Silence of the Lambs role for him. I mean, they're the only Shield, so they're gonna have him locked up with them, right?
Right.
So, they're, like Coulson, after he notices he's doing that drawing, he'll come to him and say, what was Garrett doing? And, Sky, I'm sure, will approach him after the things he said about her being a monster. I just think it'll be cool to see him in a room not kicking ass for a while and kind of being like,
right,
starting to realize he holds cards that he doesn't really hold, or they think he holds cards he doesn't really hold. Hopefully he gets smart and comes into his own, kind of evilly like.
I'm very curious to write down all the things that Ward has done, and both as an agent and as a counter agent, and see exactly how evil he is. Because I'm sure he's done a lot of bad things both ways, but there was, I don't know, maybe I just have more empathy than your average person. I talk to a lot. Everybody hates his guts. And to be blunt, he was a kid who was kidnapped and forced to become a soldier. Child soldiers are, maybe he wasn't a child, but I do think they did their best to establish that he is mentally damaged goods. And I think the series has no problem acknowledging that. Fans, on the other hand, I think have a major problem.
You guys both got to say how you felt about the episode.
Katie, how did you feel about the episode?
I didn't even get a chance to say my likes and dislikes.
Here, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna mute myself so you can talk.
This might get cut out. I don't remember. But Katie's in the same room as James, so we muted her mic. Maybe we should switch that now because I forgot. I'm sorry, Katie. All right. Yes. What did you like about the episode? What are your dislikes?
Right. I'll be on your dumb show. All right. I liked a lot of it. I also agree that something just seemed so out of place about Garrett's death. It was a little anticlimactic. They made it a little silly. Something just didn't seem right the way it was edited. I really think that they didn't think they were going to get picked up or something. Because you didn't even get the final headshot. You didn't get anything. You didn't get to see him dying. All of a sudden his body was outside. It didn't even make sense edited together. It's like they had a different ending, and they edited it up because they're going to have a second season.
I totally agree. That whole, from Mike Peterson's foot coming down to him coming out in a stretcher, but then being in the room, weird.
It was weird. It didn't make sense. I'm really excited for next season. I'm really excited to see how Fitz is psychologically after this slap in the face, this whole thing. I'm really excited for Fitz's first confrontation with Brant. It's going to be really cool.
So good.
And I'm also really excited that Coulson's crazy, because this entire season is driving me nuts that May's watching him just in case he goes crazy, and then they're just like, oh, well, he's not crazy. This whole stuff didn't happen. This is only over a course of a few years. Why do we assume it only takes like 3 months for you to go crazy from this shit? I'm
Right.
like, but I was excited that there was actual consequences for this. I'm excited to see if there's. I'm gonna assume. I'm making the assumption that there will be no consequences for Sky, because there's something else about her to counteract that, which I assume we will learn in the next season.
Or possibly in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Ooh.
You made a good point about the consequences of the resurrection drug. They made such a big stink for so long in this show about it being a bad thing or a dangerous thing that if it had just been like, you were fine. By the way, here's the keys to S.H.I.E.L.D. The rector calls
Although
him.
I do like that he got the keys of S.H.I.E.L.D. because, you know, it's a cute moment, and you want Coulson to succeed because Coulson's everybody's best friend.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, this is Fury. The man is clearly still watching.
Oh, yeah.
He's still watching, but I also like it kind of parallels the show. He handed over the keys to S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, we say we're making it as a TV show. We're good. We don't need you, cinematic universe, to lift us up anymore.
Oh, and the best line of the show. It was an event of a fallen Avenger. Exactly. Oh.
He's like.
Romance.
He's so cute. He's like the fifth Beatle.
Yeah, he's like their bestest roadie.
Little Brian Epstein Avenger.
Yep.
Beatles nerd.
All right. We'll probably do a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Recap show officially because I'm sure Matt and AJ and possibly Al will have some screaming to do. I can't wait to hear their opinions because this is what I'm going to predict. Matt will like it and get increasingly more upset that we didn't like it as much. Even though we did like it. Al will hate it. And he'll hate it for loud, angry reasons. And AJ will point out things that nobody else has noticed. Strange minutia.
Can James make a GIF of all of our faces reacting to Nick Fury popping out? Cause
yeah, I think that would be nice. James, get on it. All right, I think we're ready to wrap. Are we done?
Yeah.
I think so.
Do we play dominoes? What's up now?
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to our live Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. watch-along finale thing.
Why does it always have to be long? Why does it always have to be long and complicated? Why does it always have to be bad?
Experiment. Yes, thank you for joining us, and tune in this Sunday when we will talk about the thing for realsies.
Yeah, all right. I
love that song.
It's the best.